Hi, we're Doug and Sharon.
We've been traveling around Europe for the last 9 months.
And now we're in Turkey, and this is our second video of our time here.
So we spent some days in Akyaka, where we did some kiteboarding and just hanging out, and then every so often we'd go out for a ride about, and we'd pick a direction, and some days we just found some incredible roads with very low traffic.
Where you could go on and on and on. Hardly see any cars at all, as you see here.
I still find myself tilting my head as I watch this video even now.
Especially with it sped up.
Other days we would just find ourselves some local areas that went up the mountains and overlooked the town from above. Those were the roads we had to take to get there.
Past airplanes that were converted into restaurants. On our way past the Taurus mountain ranges as we were en route to Termessos, so we got some really nice curvy roads.
Big walls and rocks. Pretty impenetrable.
So Termessos is referred to as the Machu Picchu of Turkey because of how high it is.
She keeps calling me a dumbass for walking on the walls.
You're going much higher ones.
It was certainly way up in the mountains and very high up, very inaccessible for conquering.
Yeah, just a path lined with columns and stuff.
What we liked about this site was how much of it was still original. It hadn't been rebuilt.
Tucked away for the night, once again in a unique parking spot.
So this is Antalya, and I just love the lookout over the mountains.
So if you notice that Sharon's looking a little bit better today in her riding and everything else, it's because of their nice, brand new, clean shoes.
And this is en route to Konya, and we got some really beautiful roads until we didn't.
Well, we found ourselves up to a construction area, and the roads got pretty muddy. So it's getting a little tricky. Sharon's incredibly stressed. I don't blame her. So that road got a little insane. One of the cars said that they thought it was 2 kilometers till it got better. I'm thinking I'll go and explore. I'll find a place to leave my bike. I'll catch a ride back, and then and we can do the same for you. And there's a lot of traffic going through here right now. I understand. I won't make you ride it.
I don't want to drive it. I don't want to ride it.
I understand. We'll get you a ride. Holding up.
Yeah, they reflect how I feel inside.
This is just another episode of things that happen on the road, and most of the times we don't capture them on video, but this time we kind of did. Okay, I got to the top of a mountain pass, I think, and the road gets better, so I'm going to see if I can get a ride back and get back with Sharon. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Huh? No, it's bad.
Yeah.
but only like, I got up to, now it's 4 or 5 kilometers, and then even 3 kilometers, and then it gets to gravel paved. But I went a little further, parked the bike, and those are the first guys I waved down. So now you have to wave somebody down. All right. Well, there goes Sharon in the first car that we flagged down, and now I will go take her bike up. Don't worry for all the mud. It's actually quite nice up here. All right, we'll have a little reunion going on here. This little moped that passed by the road quite handily. Thank you. All right, what can you tell me about the last hour?
Oh, I think I had a full-out panic attack on that one. So Doug drove both bikes ahead, got a ride back. I got a ride back with a lovely couple, and then we made new friends and got oranges at the end.
Like you do.
Like you do.
All right, here we go, and now it's raining. Just to top it off.
Kind of drove in and out of the rain on the way to Konya.
A lot of elevation changes, so I think that was a good part of it.
Well, you got away from me.
I just love the looks of the sky. It just changes so much as we travel from one spot to another.
I love the look of that sky.
No, it was a little impeding doom.
And you know what? I don't even remember driving past that rock formation.
Pretty big open landscapes. Quality parking right in front of our hotel.
You took it to the parking garage.
I moved it after we unloaded.
All the call to worship at the old and the new mosques in Konya. This is an area where Rumi, who is a famous poet, is based out of, along with the whirling dervishes. Beautiful sunset.
Mm-hmm. Moving on from Konya towards Cappadocia. It's across a really big flatland across Turkey, and with all the flatland came some wind.
Yeah, and I don't like driving past trucks when it's windy. Dusty.
Mountains off in the distance. Yet again, we love that about Turkey, and we're surprised about that. Sharon definitely floors it when she goes by trucks like this.
Wouldn't you?
I couldn't even keep up to her.
Oh, and what do we got there? A little tumbleweed? Doug's working on the drone, and we've drawn a little bit of a crowd here.
So a lot of times when I fly the drone, Sharon might run interference for me so I can concentrate on flying the drone, which is kind of what she's doing here. But the men were having none of Sharon's distractions, and were wanting to come and check out what was going on too.
So this was very close to the Salim Monastery, which we didn't realize we were that close to, which just had amazing
Such cool geology.
perspective in terms of how big the area was that these buildings were carved into. We were impressed by how much we could walk through different areas. So this was an area where you could just kind of hike up and through.
Remember the reverse order of some of these.
This is the cathedral carved into the sandstone hills.
There was a lot of clergy that were trained here, and this was a part of the Orthodox Church. And that is the area where the camels would pass through.
We can just wander anywhere and through all sorts of spaces, and it really was quite quiet too, which was nice.
We got a little dog to help guide us through.
He was happy to tag along. A lot of these areas were actually used for shooting some Star Wars episodes. Back into the areas of mountains and big vistas.
This is Uchestar, where our Airbnb was.
Here we are at our Airbnb, and it is motorcycle friendly. It was actually in that cave, and there was a chapel in there, or a church in there as well.
Yep, St. Nina's. It's considered a castle, I think just because it was the highest area carved out.
Sharon went and climbed it, actually, got pretty high up in it.
We took some rides around this area, doubled up as well. There's all kinds of valleys. The Rose Valley, the Red Valley, the Love Valley, the Pigeon Valley, and way more. So we're glad we spent a number of days there to explore. This lady there who's waving, we'd run into her and her partner twice in Konya.
And then again in Cappadocia.
Yep.
He can build storage. Look at all this cubby and storage space. And it just keeps going on and on and on.
Kind of felt like it was a grocery store.
And of course we went up way up high.
Homestead carved into the rocks.
Yeah, very Flintstone-ish.
Your neighbors' houses are over there. And more neighbors over there. This is like 4 feet high. It's a staircase that goes up God knows how long. And it's all part of an underground cavern system.
How many people live there?
20,000 people live down here. It's so crazy.
Very skinny people.
Yeah, but they'd have the rocks that you see as you turn around that they'd roll back.
For security, because the Orthodox Christians lived underground here, and this is how they hid and protected themselves.
The bottom. Way up to the top.
So this is where we got out to see all the launching of the balloons, and we were there for 5 days, and the balloons only flew once.
But there's all sorts of craziness in terms of photo shoots of people that are doing their outfits and cars and stuff. It's just, it was a circus of sorts.
Mm-hmm.
As quickly as they take off, they are less than an hour later they're landing, and I guess is the optimal time to fly.
There's the tent of the one guy we met who stayed overnight so he could get the full view. Doug decided to help.
Hello. We cannot communicate this in pictures.
We would just go out on a bunch of different walks through the valleys that Sharon mentioned earlier, and just keep exploring these living structures.
This is like the best open house you could have to explore.
That for a front window view. How's it going?
Cardio, leg day.
A lot of hikes.
And then we love this older couple waving to us as they went by.
A rototiller propelled vehicle.